on. We'll see what's going on.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it did it? Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so we are Team Disney. I don't know what number we are, but we will be making a strategic analysis of the Walt Disney Company and their diversification strategies. So a few introductions.
I can see. I can see the. I can't see.
You can't?
Yeah.
Can
I can
anyone
see.
else?
Yeah,
I
no,
can see it. I can see it.
you may need to refresh your screen.
Okay. Yes, now I can see.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Okay, we'll do the presentation? Yeah?
We're recording.
Okay. Well, our team is Brenda, Lynn, and I.
Yeah, so
Next, yeah. Our agenda today is introduction, company overview, financial performance analysis, SWOT analysis, current strategies, recommendations, and conclusion.
okay.
Well, Disney has a long history, extending back to the early animated success of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Alice's Wonderland. Mickey Mouse, the company's most recognized character, debuted in 1928 with the release of Steamboat Willie. The Walt Disney Company is a world leader in the entertainment business. Disney operates in three key business segments. Disney Entertainment, the company's complete portfolio of entertainment media, and Disney and content business worldwide, including streaming. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, ESPN, that counts ESPN Networks, ESPN Plus, and international sports channels. And Disney Experiences, which brings characters with stories to life through theme parks, resorts, cruises, and consumer products. Next, please. The company overview. Disney has enjoyed some box office success over the last 10 years with movies like Frozen and Avatar. However, the corporation also ran into problems with releasing its summer in 2023 products. The advertising business was slowing down, consumer preferences were shifting, and membership were declining, among other issues that the media sector was dealing with. Disney recently achieved several important post-COVID performance benchmarks despite these difficulties. First is the impressive growth in Disney Plus subscriptions, which exceeds the company's projections. Disney increased the membership fees from Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. Second, theme parks and resorts report increasing revenue as pandemic restrictions eased, and theme park developments in new markets such as Asia have also helped drive this growth. And the last, the box office and merchandise success of Marvel and Star Wars films also contribute to the surge. Disney is developing new content, such as new Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Marvel Universe, series about Marvel characters, such as Loki, WandaVision, and live-action movies based on cartoons, such as Leo, Lyle King, Beauty and Beast, and others. Lynn?
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So in the next section, I will provide a detailed analysis of the company's financial performance spanning from 2017 to 2024. And this analysis will provide you some of the key metrics, such as the net income trends, revenue fluctuations across divisions, and some of the significant factors impacting the profitability. So we can visualize the fluctuation in this bar chart depicting the net income from the first quarter of 2017. So you see Q1 2017 to the first quarter of 2024, just this quarter. And this bar chart illustrates Disney's quarterly net income trends over the past 7 years. And each bar represents the net income for a specific quarter. So let's begin by examining the key milestones and challenges during this period. So from 2017 to 2019, Disney experienced a robust growth, reaching a peak net income of $5.4 billion in the second quarter of 2019. So we can see the peak here in 2019. And then the next year, the year 2020, represented significant challenges as the pandemic-related shutdown led to substantial losses in the third and fourth quarters. And as we move to 2021 to 2022, the company began its recovery as the pandemic restrictions started to ease. And last year, we saw a relatively stable first half of 2023, followed by a setback with a 0.46 billion loss in the third quarter. Yet the company rebounds with a $0.26 million profit in the last quarter. And despite a 7% increase in revenue to $88.9 billion, the company's net income decreased to $2.4 billion in 2023 from $3.1 billion in the previous year. And the reasons for this net income decrease is firstly that the company reorganized its media and entertainment operations, and that costs a lot of money, and that impacted the company's profits. And second, we paid significant charges of $2.5 billion for content adjusting because we removed some of the content from across our platforms that are not making a lot of profits. And because of removing of some of the content and adjust our content, and that we also have to pay early determination fee of certain film and television license agreements. That's also very expensive. And all these strategies are necessary in the financial adjustment in the short term. So that's why we saw there are losses in the year 2023. Next slide, please. So let's see some of the highlights of the revenue performance by division. So Christina mentioned that in her slide, she mentioned that by segment, that it's similar as by vision. So by division from 2020 to 2023. And the entertainment division saw a 3% increase in revenue. The experience division has a significant 16% growth. And the streaming revenue shows strong growth up to 11%. However, the ESPN sports division saw a slight decline by 1%. And cable and television network revenues declined by 9%. So so the company is losing money in their cable and television networks, because we have smaller group of TV and cable television network viewers. And next slide, please. Oh, sorry. So we have to come back. I think I also mentioned about, I also want to highlight that this quarter in 2024 is the most profitable quarter since 2020, with a 1.9 billion profit. And that means that the combined streaming business has turned profitable this year for the first time. And that shows a very positive growth. And next slide, please. So moving forward, I have conducted a comprehensive SWOT analysis. So we start from the strengths is that Disney excels in global brand recognition and operates theme parks and resorts worldwide. And the company generates revenues from diverse sources and maintain a loyal multi-generational customer base. And also, Disney has been the leading entertainment industry brand across all age groups, supported by a central long legacy. And the company has diversified profile, includes high quality media content and networks, have popular characters and stories, and some successful theme parks. And the company also have some critical assets like Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm Studio, contributing to creating high quality materials that attracts worldwide audience. And the weaknesses of the companies is that the company has been facing challenges with substantial operational costs, including rising production, operation, and labor costs year by year. And while the Dreaming division shows some positive signs of profitability in this quarter, it still took time to achieve significant profit. And also, last year, the recent movie releases have not met the expectations, impacting the box office revenue last year, because the company hasn't made billion-dollar hits last year. And the opportunities for the company is that to expand into new areas, such as boosting the streaming business and producing original content, and leverage the technology for immersive experiences in the theme parks. And also, Disney has potential growth through construction of new attractions and international expansions. And latest development of the company is that it settled the dispute with the Florida governor, and then settled its 15-year expansion plan at the Disney World. So some of the threats the company is facing is the intense competition in the entertainment and streaming industry, like from the other platforms like Netflix, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime. And also, there are always threats from involving consumer behaviors and their preferences changing shifts. And also, we're facing threats include content theft, privacy concerns, and economic downturns that can affect customers' spending behaviors. So I think I come to the end of my part. Brenda.
Okay, so now we'll talk a little more about a few of the most prominent current strategies that we discovered as we were making, doing some research on the Disney company. The first one being international expansion. And I wanted to call out a specific example here, which is Star Plus, which is part of Disney's streaming offering. So as we know, they have along the way purchased a few other streaming companies such as Hulu, and they also now own ESPN. So when Disney started to enter the Latin American market, they created Star Plus, which was a streaming service that was specifically designed for Latin American adults. And that is the main differentiation between Disney Plus and Star, is that Star Plus is designed for adults, and they really seek in this way to generate value for that specific audience in that market. Now, as you know, similar to what they do in the US, they created a bundling offer, which has been a valuable strategy because it has increased adoption for both of the platforms, as well as generated more revenue for the company. We also found out that Disney has set themselves a goal to have at least 30% of the content within Disney Plus be original content or exclusive to the platform, which would again increase people's loyalty and adoption of that platform specifically, which means that they would get content here that they can't get anywhere else. The next one is the acquisition of new franchises and the opportunity for new content that comes with that. So as we know, in the last few years, Disney has tried to position themselves as the major player when it comes to entertainment, like we said, not only for film anymore, but also for parks, TV, cable television, streaming, and even telephone wires. This was solidified when they acquired companies like 21st Century Fox, ESPN, and ABC. This actually made them the first company that had a presence in all of the industries mentioned above. Another really smart move that they made was the acquisition of Pixar, Lucasfilm, which includes the Star Wars franchise, and Marvel, which includes the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all of the superheroes that come with it. A really good example of why this has been a success has been The Mandalorian, which was a Star Wars universe show that was original and exclusive to Disney Plus. And it just shows us that by owning these franchises, they have all this opportunity to create revenue, not just when it comes to film, but also when it comes to merchandising, events, park expansions. Another great example is Galaxy's Edge, which is the Disney Parks Star Wars land, which was generated a lot of revenue as well. And the people that are loyal to these brands will continue to consume now Disney content and products. The next strategy is diversification. So they have involved themselves in different lines of business. So like I said, not only parks, but also film streaming, music. And what this has done was that it has decreased risk. So this way, if one of the sectors of the business is not doing great, some of the others can produce other streams of revenue that are healthier and mitigate that risk. And like I said before, this strategy has allowed them to profit on different categories, not just the traditional ones, but also exploit their own brands across the different segments. Now, as we were doing some research as well, we came up with 3 main recommendations that we would, as consultants, recommend to Disney as they continue to expand and thrive as a company. The first one is to focus on streaming profitability. So like Lynn mentioned, while Disney Plus has been around for a few years and the amount of subscribers has continued to increase, they only just turned a profit recently, which means that the company still has to focus on their operational efficiency to make sure that this business remains profitable. That has to be a clear strategic goal that they set themselves so they can stay on track. Also, producing more original content and continuing to focus on exclusive content to the platform will also ensure adoption, as well as the bundles that we talked about. The second is to continue international expansion and even double down on it. The success of Star Plus has been a clear example of how the presence they have in other markets can give them a really significant presence and profit in other regions that are not just North America. Given their ownership of ABC and 21st Century Fox, they already have a presence in other markets, not just Latin America. They have a presence in Europe and Asia, And taking an opportunity, that opportunity can really help them increase their revenue. Another recommendation that goes with international expansion is to adapt their shows and content to other cultures and regions. So that means not only translating those shows into more languages, but also creating more original content that speaks to different cultures and nationalities. And the last one is data-driven park expansion. So as we know, the parks is probably one of the most expensive areas of the Disney business, but also one of the most profitable and the largest opportunities for revenue. So just in June of this month, Florida approved a new project for the expansion of Disney World, which composes of 17,000 acres of land and is expected to bring at least 17 billion in new jobs for the state. So again, this will include new lands, really honing in on those franchises, maybe more Marvel Land, additional Star Wars experiences and things like that. So our main recommendation for that is to really dive into consumer data and make data-informed decisions when they expand those parks to make sure that they profit as much as they can from them.
And I will conclude that by employing cutting-edge technology, producing engaging experiences, and prioritizing amazing content, Disney can ensure that we will continue to be relevant in the entertainment industry. Disney will keep inspiring future generations by emphasizing attractive content, incredible experiences, and strategic expansion. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. You guys can hit stop record. References. Okay, so